Chuck here with Hillbilly Half Acre Homestead. I've been telling y'all, if you like my Facebook page, about some of the babies we got going on around here. New Zealand, look at that face. This is Alexa. She has a litter of 5. Alexa is, who's your mom and daddy? You remember? Romeo and Annabelle, right?
Annabelle.
Oh, don't you be like that now. Now look. I want you. Oh my goodness. Okay, well anyway, I don't care who she is. This is somebody and somebody's daughter, Alexa. Whoops, come here, come here. She has a litter of 5. I think she had 7. She got a litter of 5 that she raised. We ended up with, of the surviving youngsters here, we ended up with 2 does and 3 bucks. And so these guys are about 5 weeks old, I think. 4 or 5 weeks old. I think these were 5. I think those over there are 4, just a month old. Alright. Now we can move on around this way for just a second. This is Gracie May. Grace Hollow's Grace. She's got some pretty ones in here. Unfortunately, these are all bucks. But they are some muscled little rascals.
Click.
They're strong. Yeah. Anyway, got some pretty decent color going on a couple of them. Got some that are a little light, but I think all in all they're pretty decent color. There's nothing that I would actually throw away because of its color. But we got bucks in here, so they're. What I'm finding out is there are people, they don't realize that when you want to have a line of show rabbits, the buck makes up half of them. So a lot of people think, you know, any old buck will do, and one's all I need because he can take care of 8 or 10 does. Mm-hmm. He can take care of 8 or 10 does if you want them all to have the same dad. What happens when you keep some and you start reproducing and they've always got the same dad? Pretty soon you start running some recessives together and they start popping up. Some of those recessives can be good, but others can be bad. And it's just according to how prepared you are to try to cull those out of your program. Because I'll tell you, quite honestly, what I see, especially around our area in the mini recs, people will have 2 mini recs, they will breed them together, and because they've got pedigrees, they start advertising them on Facebook or someplace like that. Show quality mini recs, fully pedigree, such and such. Folks, pedigree does not mean show quality. And so what they do is, you know, they might have a litter of mini recs and there's one decent specimen in that whole litter. But they sell all the rest of them along with that one. They don't bother to cull anything. But we're having some little light, but I want you to look at that red back there. That's just beautiful. Just beautiful. And this little buck right here in the front, right here in front of Grace, he's a little bit light. Look at that one sitting up there on top of Mama. That's how come Mamas have to get their fur all messed up. At least they've got a water nipple over there instead of a bowl, so they can't get their feet all wet before they climb all over Mama. Not Grace, but Alexa around here is, Lord willing, this weekend going to make her rabbit show debut. She's such a nice doe. So tickled to death with her. It's especially nice to me because she was born and raised right here, but she's never made it to a show. We started breeding her and what have you, and we never even took her to a show. So she's in really fine condition, even though she's got babies with her. They're weaned, even though they're young. You can look at her belly. They've not been nursing off of her. She's already got them weaned, and so she is in excellent condition. Her weight's good, and she's going to go to the show, see what the judges think about her. I know what I think about her, and it's not going to change my opinion a whole lot, but I still would like to have a judge's opinion. But this is Grace. She got some nice bucks in here. They are, I think it's going to be a week, maybe 2 weeks, and they'll be ready to go. These guys here, they've got 2 to 3 weeks for sure, and I think these guys right here got about a month. But I don't usually let them. That's to be legal for sale in the state of Arkansas. But I don't usually let them go that early. I like to see these guys. What you see, little fella?
He's just chilling.
Yeah, he's just chilling. I like to see them. Back up now. I like to see these guys when they're at least 12 weeks old. 14, 16 weeks is even better. But sometimes I'll go ahead and make a decision on what I want because I've got people saying, you got any red New Zealand? I want red New Zealand. I want red New Zealand. Well, I like to provide people what they want. Yeah, these little guys are, and this is especially nice because you better straighten up. You better straighten up. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just pull you right out of there. Come here. Come here.
She can't reach
Come
your
here.
hand.
Look, come here. Come here. Yeah, just come here. See, I'll just pull you right out of there. What you gonna do, huh?
Lucky duck.
But
Lucky bunny.
this is the rabbit formerly known as Lucky. Didn't we have a musician that had a name like that?
Lucky?
The artist formerly known as Prince.
You cut me
This is the rabbit formerly known as Lucky. Her name is Echo now. We only did that because, well, we had sold Lucky, and Lucky, the Lucky's new owner had kept her name Lucky, which is fine. But in the meantime, we named her Lexa. So when Lucky came back, guess what? We had 2 L's. Somebody had to change, and it wasn't going to be Lexa, because actually I didn't even intend to keep Lucky when she came back. But you know what? I can't argue with this fur. She's got a long shoulder. A long-shouldered lady. But if I can get her to throw me some decent shouldered babies, that ain't gonna make a bit of difference. Because I'm liking this fur. Okay, she's been like that since she came back. And I'm assuming she's been like that since she got in her mature adult coat. And she's just gorgeous. I like this coat. I like that flyback out. And you know, these little guys at this age to have this type of red on these guys already, knowing they're only going to darken up as they get older, it's just beautiful. Look at that. Gotta love them. So, Lucky Echo. Should we call her Lecco?
No, Echo.
Okay, Echo.
Echo.
So Echo had a litter of 9, I think it was. She's got 7 here. Lexa had a litter of 7. She's got 5 here. Grace had a litter of 7 or 8, and she's got 4 left. Annie had a litter of 8, and she raised 8. And 4 of them got out of the cage one night. One of them still running around here.
One's still running around.
The other 3, I think, some kind of predators ended up getting them. But one's still running around here. It's gone for a while now. I don't think we'll ever catch it. No. I don't know if it's a little buck or a little doe. But of the 4 that were left in that litter, there was 2 does and 2 bucks. And one of the does and one of the bucks went to a student of the Maynard School District yesterday. We met up with that young lady at the Arkansas State Fair and again at Jonesboro and possibly Sheridan. And well, we were glad to send home some bunnies with her, and we hope she has real good luck with them. She's planning on, they're a little young yet, but she's planning on showing them a little later on in their life. Yeah, Pisces is making a mess in this nest box.
Yeah.
That cleaned out so that can at least fall through. But, hey Sugar Pie, I don't know, I think she was like 5 months old. Whoops, whoops, come on, come go. Goodness.
She's so, yeah.
Yeah, she's all bunny. This is all bunny right here. If she can raise babies like what she did this time, you know, she's never going anywhere. I love her size. I love her temperament. She's a good baby. She's got an ear button.
He's like, you gotta pet me first before you pet my babies.
Yeah.
That's the price.
Yeah, we gotta pet mama before we can pet with babies, don't we? Okay. You ready to go back?
Again.
That gal right there, I'll be real surprised if she doesn't hit 11 pounds plus. This is the only rabbit I've ever seen in my life that actually has gotten heavier since she had her babies. It is unbelievable, but we made some changes in her feeding. She's got 5 babies this size, and I just had my hand under her belly, and she is just full of milk. She is producing more than 5 rabbits of this size can produce, and she's not losing an ounce of weight. In fact, she's probably still gaining a little bit. She's at least maintaining, but these little guys here, Pisces is a dilute carrier. This is a little black that she had. This litter was sired by Grace Hall's Orion. Grace Hall's Orion, who earned his 3rd leg over the Easter weekend. Yay, yay, yay.
So excited.
And so he is retiring now to a life of ladies
and food.
Ladies, food, and steak. Oops, careful now, but this is little black here. Yep, little black here. And we've got a little Charlie black here.
There's one.
We've got a little Charlie black here. And we've got a little Charlie blue right here. So, you know, broken to broken, you can get Charlies. So we did. We got 2 Charlies. One of them's black and one of them's blue. But this is a cat's meow right here. This is a cat's meow right here, especially if we drop them on the floor and the cat gets a hold of them.
Oh my goodness.
Look at those.
So
Look at him.
Look, he has a split in his mustache like Mama does. Same spot too.
Do we know what these are yet?
I
I wonder if my eyesight will even let me tell.
don't remember. We checked them, but I don't remember.
Small, it's hard to tell. These guys are what, about 2.5 weeks old?
Yeah.
They're only 2.5 eyes old for about a week.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. This is a doe. This is a...
You got everywhere. It's always me.
That's a buck right there.
It's always me.
That's a buck. This is a doe. So we've got a pair of broken blues out of Little Miss Pisces and Mr. Orion.
I think he's finished.
Now they're going to go chase Mama around, try to get to the supper table.
But nope, not yet. Gonna make her mad.
She's a big old gal. She is. Oh yeah. But these are the first successful blue out of New Zealand, at least, that we have produced here. Our little humble abode. But we have Arcola and Nyla are supposed to both have babies coming. And Cassie, who is also a broken black that is a dilute carrier, she should have a litter coming. Now we don't know if they're going to be, how many blues we'll get out of there, because it's 2 broken blacks that both carry blue. So you can get around 50%. That don't mean you're going to get 50% of every litter is blue. So, but these little guys right here, Black Charlie and the solid black. Unfortunately, because these 2 guys are broken black, we cannot guarantee that those 2 blacks, the Black Charlie and the solid black, we can't guarantee that those will be dilute carriers. Okay, they can be, but we can't confirm that without letting them grow up and doing a test breeding with them to a blue. Then if we get a blue, we know they carry blue or dilute. Folks, don't send me no nasty messages. Yes, when I say blue, I know it's actually dilute. But if I say blue or dilute, I know it's the same thing. And if you go over into the mini Rex, yeah, that means you can get a lilac too. Yes, I know all that. Don't send me no nasty messages. I just say things the way they come. The way they register the best in my head. I know that blue is actually, it's not actually blue, it's a dilute gene that makes them blue, but still. You know what I'm talking about, so don't go get too technical. Or do,
Salty.
you know, not so much salty. I haven't made a video in probably 3 or 4 months, and I still have smart aleck people making comments on my videos telling me I shouldn't have rabbits in wire bottom cages. Folks, I've been having rabbits in wire bottom cages longer than most of the people that's complaining about it's been alive. And my rabbits don't have sore feet. If your rabbits have sore feet on an all wire cage, you probably need to trim their toenails. That'd be my guess. And one of these days I'm going to do a video and I'm going to explain to y'all how that happens. Over there, they don't get sore feet on the wire. And everybody tries to tell me that mini Rex, because they've got that soft, that short fur, that they'll get sores on their feet. Well, any rabbit will get sores on his feet. You want to talk about a rabbit getting sores on his feet? Talk to them people that's got a solid bottom plastic cage with bedding in there, and they don't clean it out but every week or two. And them rabbits got to walk around a week on their own poop and pee. Those are the ones that get sore feet. Does it seem like things like that sometimes strike a nerve with me? Well, you know, I don't claim to know it all, but I know what works for me. And if it works for me, I'm not making videos to tell anybody what to do, but I'm not making videos so anybody can tell me what to do either. We just got to coexist some way. If y'all don't agree with me, let's just agree to disagree and get on down the road. Okay? We got anybody to look at around here? This little guy has come home. I know this was this little guy is a mini Rex, and this was supposed to be a New Zealand baby video, but I guess we'll call this a bonus. This little guy right here, he was a glow stick and Smitty baby. I sold him. He was about probably 12 weeks old. Now he's over a year old, and he came back. I bought him back, and we put him to work, and he recently got registered. There's his registration stamp right there. So he is our first registered mini Rex. I had some I've had some New Zealand's that I had bought. Saw a guy I bought, he had been registered. We've got Sorrel, he had been registered. Grubs had been registered. So there was a few that had been registered, but honestly, I was just guilty. I didn't see the benefit in it myself. Paying them people $6, you know, and that kind of stuff, and but I kind of see the benefits. I mean, you know, having somebody look over your rabbit and verify that it's DQ free and then put a stamp in its ear, I mean, you know, that kind of says something about what you're breeding from at least. So we've recently, Pisces has gotten registered. Orion got registered. So Pisces got registered, Orion got registered, Romeo got registered. Is that the only one? Is that all of them?
Yeah, I think. Blue? Did you register blue? The sky blue?
No.
No? Oh, I bet you did.
No, I've got to get a hold of some rabbitries and look up some weights. He had some weights missing off of his pedigree. So I've got to contact some rabbitries and see if I can get some weights on some of these rabbits and complete that pedigree.
Yeah, I think those are the Orion, Pisces, Elvis.
Folks, if you give somebody a pedigree and it don't have the weights on it, if it don't have that rabbit's ear number on it, print that pedigree out on your computer and take it in the bathroom with you and wipe your butt on it, because that's all it's good for. They can't do a thing with that pedigree if it ain't complete. So you're not selling anybody a pedigreed rabbit if that pedigree doesn't that information to get that rabbit registered. If you sell a rabbit at 8 weeks old when it's legal as a junior, or 10 weeks old or whatever, they've got to keep that rabbit another 3 months or so before they can even consider registering it. But they might want to do that when it reaches age. You send them home with a pedigree that doesn't have that information on it, they can't do that, which means that pedigree is absolutely worthless. If you're sending somebody home with an incomplete pedigree, shame on you for cheating those people. I have spent hours upon hours trying to contact rabbitries, trying to get a single weight for a single rabbit, so I can have my records complete, so that I don't give somebody a pedigree that's incomplete. Because I can only document the weights of the rabbits that I raise. The ones that are on these pedigrees that I never even touched, I don't know how much those rabbits weigh. I got to go and ask somebody else, and it's just ridiculous, you know. Some of these people think, oh, it's got a pedigree, it's got a pedigree, it's got a pedigree, and they think that's just going to drive the cost of a rabbit up. I'm sorry, if that pedigree does not, it's quality that makes the value of the rabbit. Okay? I've seen rabbits that are not pedigreed that actually look better than some that obviously were. I've seen registered, well, no, I won't go that far to say I've seen registered rabbits that look better than worse than unpedigreed rabbits, but usually if they're registered, they look like they're supposed to look. But folks, don't do that. Come on, and to do this to kids, it's ridiculous. Back late last fall, I had some people run into me uptown. They said, "Hey, you raise rabbits, don't you?" And I said, "Well, I've been accused of it a time or two." And they said, "Well, I just bought a rabbit from these people in another town nearby, and it's not acting right. I want you to take a look at it." Well, upon inspection, we discovered that rabbit was suffering from a case of occlusion. What that is where their teeth are misaligned, and their teeth can't mesh together properly and grind down. And what happens is those teeth end up growing out the front of the rabbit's mouth or through the roof of the rabbit's mouth. The only humane thing to do is to put it down. But somebody in a nearby town had bought a rabbit that they were raising out of stock that I had sold them previously. It wasn't my rabbit, but it was out of rabbits they had bought from me, and they were selling this stuff. So here they'd paid, I don't know, it wouldn't matter if it was 50 cents, it wasn't worth it, you know. And so I didn't do anybody that way. It wasn't my responsibility, but at the same time, I didn't want these people turned away from the rabbit, you know, hobby. They were wanting to get into showing rabbits. They were wanting to raise some rabbits and take them to the show and learn about showing rabbits and how to breed rabbits. And I didn't want them to get discouraged by what the people did to them. So, you know, right or wrong, I took the rabbit that they had, took it home. What I did with it, we don't want to talk about. But I gave them another rabbit in its place. Wasn't my job, wasn't my place to do that, but it didn't hurt me none. If you followed behind and looked in the background when we walk around with the camera, there's really usually no shortage of rabbits. Okay? We sell a few rabbits. We got to pay for the feed that they're eating. You know, that stuff's $17 a bag. We're just trying to enjoy raising rabbits and showing them. Tell right, Pie C's.
She's like, leave me alone.
We got to support that 11-pound frame right there.
Good Lord. It's like, talking to me? Yep, I'm 11 pounds.
Fill my feeder up and leave me alone.
Sticking to my feeder.
Yeah.
Sticking to my feeder.
Ain't it, baby girl? Ain't it, baby girl? That's good stuff.
No.